So hi everyone, and welcome to spiritualonline.org. My name's Roger, and I'm about to take you on a spiritual journey of sorts. And part of what we're doing here is elevating or building the capacity of our soul to hold our spirit, to house our spirit. And it's one of the stepping stones to connecting to our higher self, to awaken a little bit more fully, and also to go on this pathway, this gradual progression of ascension. And some people talk about moving from 3D to 5D. Well, that's a little bit what this is about as well. So I just had this image today of like a flower with the butterflies and the bees coming around the flowers, and I thought, well, you can't have flowers and bees without butterflies, and if we didn't have butterflies and bees, then we wouldn't have the flowers. And so therefore, if we didn't have a soul, we wouldn't have our spirit here. And if we didn't have a spirit, we wouldn't need a soul to be here either. But this is about cultivating the soul so that more of our spirit can be here, working in this third dimensional space, this heavy vibrational space of Earth. So part of these meditations are designed to build our soul capacity, to work more directly with our higher self, and therefore be more attuned to our true life purpose, and to live more purposeful lives, clearing all or any past karma, and learning all the wisdom from all the little events that come to us. So we're going to enter into a meditative state. So to do that, we're just going to close our eyes, and we're going to focus on our breath to begin with. So just breathing in through our nose to begin with. And as we breathe in, imagine that you are breathing in light, and breathing in light into the center of your head. So just breathing in light into the center of my head, holding my breath for a few moments, imagining that the light is expanding through my mind. And then on the out breath, I'm trying to neutralize my emotions. Just put myself into a very neutral position, because some of the inspiration and connection that we receive from our spiritual guides, our guardians, is through sentience and emotions. So for now, just breathing in light, and imagine that light is going into the center of your head. We hold our breath for a few moments, imagining the light expanding, and then again on the out breath, just relaxing ourselves emotionally. And we shall do a couple more of these. And when you come to the next out breath, just be aware of the muscles around your face, your cheeks, your lips, your eyes, and just allow any tension that's in there to fall away. So you're entering into a more relaxed physical state. So we're still breathing in light on the in-breath, holding our breath for a few moments. And now in the out-breath, relaxing the muscles around our neck and shoulders, hopefully sitting in a fairly upright but comfortable position. Now, part of this meditation is normally channeled through, so we go through an opening process that I'll lead us through now, and it is to prepare the space. It is also to set our intentions and have clarity with our guardians and guides as to what we wish to achieve in this time. So to prepare the space, I just use these words: "O great divine spirit, we ask that you shine your light, your love, your wisdom and your presence upon our group at this time. And though we are geographically spread, may we be united on the soul and spiritual planes. We give acknowledgement to the presence of our angels and archangels, our spiritual guides, and other divine celestial beings who are here to help us and support us at this time. We can also appeal to our personal gatekeepers to protect the space in which we physically sit, and ask that whatever spiritual inspiration comes to us comes only from a divine source that serves only our highest good." Now we can each set our own personal intention for this session as well, and I will set one generally on behalf of the group. So, Great Divine Spirit, we come here for our soul and spiritual development, that we may learn our life lessons more readily, that we may clear any past karma or soul contracts, and that we may be living in more harmony with our Mother Earth and also with our own higher self, fulfilling and being aware of our true life purpose and be fully activated in ourselves to achieve what we are here to do on this earth plane. May we learn to carry out our purpose here on earth with more empathy, love and compassion and light for all of creation, for all conscious beings. Now, some of us come here for healing. May we receive any personal healing that we may require at this time, for wisdom, for developing our clairvoyant and intuitive faculties, and also just for social connections. So whatever it is, may each of us receive that which will help us at this time. Now we shall go through now what I refer to as a chakra opening exercise. So above your head is your crown chakra. So just focus on this point above your head and imagine it like a portal through which divine wisdom from far distant cosmic places and some very near places just streams gently into this portal, this beautiful silvery amethyst light above your head. And it ever so gently flows down through your mind, through your body, through your arms and legs, and deep down into Mother Earth. And it flows deep into Mother Earth, right to our heart center, harmonizing with her, linking with our Earth Mother. And then it flows back up through our feet, harmonizing our physical body, helping to ground ourselves, and then also linking back up into the high spiritual cosmic heights in a perpetual flow. At any time we need some direction in our life, we may enter into the flow of this and find our answers within its flow. And we move down now to our third eye. So now we're just going back to this picture of light in the center of our head. Now this time it's like a deep blue light through which we receive dreams and pictures and images, clairvoyant or clairaudient messages and connections, so that we may see things in their full truthfulness, have clarity of thought and right thinking. Okay, now we're moving down to our throat chakra and just focusing on the point just inside your larynx. And here we have a turquoise portal of light, and imagine that as we're breathing in, we're focusing on this point in our larynx. So breathe in, hold your breath for a few moments. Imagine that we are connecting with the wisdom and the deeper meanings behind spoken words and the divine word, and that our own words be infused with goodness, kindness, in a way that is mindful of the needs of others, so that we may have right speech. We're moving down to our heart chakra, and you have this portal of light right in our midline. And as distinct from the forces of our earth world that we spend most of our time in, just for this moment, imagine that we are connecting with the divine source, and we are made through the vibrations of pure, unconditional love. And if you can picture or imagine this divine love entering in through this portal that's right in the center, your center line in your chest area. And this frequency of love permeating right through your body. And just excuse me if I appear to yawn, because it's a state that they take me into before I channel. So they take me partially out of my body, almost like going into a, not a sleep state, but a very partial sleep state. And it's a little bit uncomfortable for me, but it's just it helps to bring in the vibration a little bit more as we work more deeply. Okay, so now just focus on the point right within the deepest, innermost part of your heart chamber, and imagine your own divine spark of love now glowing like a little spark and shining ever more brightly. And now projecting right out through your body, right out through your auric field, right through your room, with the forces of love from your heart center, just filling your room, filling the space around your room. Now from our heart space we can take ourselves into the mood of reverence and humility, that we are stepping into our own sacred temple. And just being aware of the energy field around us, that we are entering into our own personal state that is pure and divine, and that your whole auric field is one of purity and divinity, and any other frequencies that are within it are now just falling like ash back into the quantum field of Earth. And this auric field of pure divine light is now also expanding right across your room like a heat wave. Now we go down to our solar plexus, and within our solar plexus, just imagine this beautiful yellow portal of light. And through here we connect actually with our higher self, so now that we've imbued our room in the frequency of love, and we've also put ourselves into a state of purity and divinity. Our frequency is being raised, and more of our higher self may be present with us through this portal. You can imagine your own authentic self rising up within yourself. Be more present, more upright, that you can manifest more deeply who you truly are. Now we take our focus down to our sacral chakra, and this is like an orange portal just below your navel. And here we are connecting with our own emotional intelligence in what is referred to as this world of soul that we live in. The unique world of human emotions and feelings, and also awakening to our own, say, conditioning and traumas, so that we understand our own soul biography. In doing so, we're also understanding and opening up to the intelligence of understanding the emotions of others and developing or strengthening our capacity for empathy. Okay, and finally down to our base chakra, and imagine a beautiful portal of bright, clear light just at the very, very base of your spine. And through this, imagine traveling into your body is pure life essence itself, bringing a sense of abundance, of courage, of strength. And this life essence flowing freely through your body using your imagination, imbuing every molecule in your body with vibrant life force. And this strength, this abundance, this courage rising up to our sacral chakra, activating our powers of creativity and giving us the willpower to put into motion the things that we feel strongly about. And we take that up now to our solar plexus with our higher self to work with these forces in this world. And take this higher so that all we do in our world is imbued with love and compassion and empathy. We take all of these qualities up into our speech, into our throat chakra, imbuing our words with love, with purpose, with connection for one another. And up into our third eye, that we may receive inspiration and pictures and visions that will help us in our work. And then again escaping back out through our crown, reconnecting all of this to the greater multiverse. Okay, well, it's interesting the discussion that we had just before we started this stream, and I've been given a theme to focus on for the next 5 minutes or so, and it is the theme of joy. And it is for you to concentrate on having joy in your life and just contemplate joy from any point of view, how to manifest it, how it can benefit you, but just explore it any way you can. And the other purpose of this is for you to be able to hold your concentration and hold your focus on a stream that's been given to us by our celestial guides. And I would say in about 5 minutes' time, I will channel through some words of wisdom from our guides as to why we have been given this particular concept to work with. But for now, just use your own powers of concentration and focus. Focus on this concept of joy and its relevance to you in any way that you can explore or imagine. staying focused for a few more minutes on this theme of joy. Okay, just another moment or two. Okay, I'll just give the opening few words that I've got, and I'm sure this will lead us somewhere with this scene. Okay, now I'll just give the words first, and then I'll chat a little bit about who our guide may be. But I'm just sending like a welcoming message to our guide, who's described themselves in part as an ambassador, but then we'll find out a little bit more about them. My friends, your lives are full of twists and turns and roundabouts. We need to put your life into a different perspective, as your day-to-day lives often engulf your consciousness and therefore engulf or perhaps harness or direct your picture of life and the meaning of life into a particular way. So we wish to take you a step back and take you back before you incarnated in this life, when you were purely in the spiritual world. And from that position, you would see that you have been incarnated time after time after time. And I'll give you this picture here of as if one of your sewing machines with the needle going down and up and down and up and down and up, and so there is a thread of your soul throughout time upon your earth. And one of those little needle jumps could even be one night in your earth time where your body is at rest and your soul spirit is traveling into the cosmos and then returning in the morning. But only a sliver of that journey is somehow recorded within your being. But let's have this picture of you incarnating, fulfilling a relatively short time in eternal space in a lifetime on earth, and then returning to spirit, regrouping, replanning, reconnecting in different ways before your next incarnation. So what has this got to do with joy? Well, as you plant seeds on the earth, they grow, and they grow in the forms of energy centers. And these energy centers are there, planted by your soul, not only for this particular time on earth, but for all future times. And you may be familiar with the saying in your world, you reap what you sow. And that is true on other levels apart from the obvious. But it is true in the sense that as you exert yourself to find joy within your world, so the energy centers for that will be provided and therefore be available for you as you have configured your soul in such a way to be in a relatively joyful state despite the other circumstances of your earthly life. For joy, acceptance and appreciation can be found in most facets of human incarnation and consciousness. Your planet itself is such a gift, such a treasure, such a wonderland, such a place for you to explore, discover and just be upon for a relatively short time. And perhaps some of the difficulties that you may encounter in your life in order to experience this. Well, when you remove yourself from your daily life and look back upon your time in this life as well as in previous lives, you will see that the purpose and the fruits of the soul are obtained more through the state of your soul that you have configured yourself as distinct from any difficult situations that have prevailed in your lives. So this requires the exercising of your will, your own self-determination to literally overcome, say, the earthly vibrations of frustrations and matters of earthly lives and replace them with the joy that divine spirit can prevail within the difficulties of your world. And therefore the threads, interdimensional threads, or an interdimensional portal will then develop from these threads that allows you to literally weave your magic into your earth life, preferably in this life, but certainly in subsequent lives, for your soul has learnt to cultivate such a force. And as one soul learns to cultivate such a force, so will another and another and another. And the portals between, let's call it, fifth dimensional reality and third dimensional, it will be a literal bridge of light for the soul to enter and to bring to earth all of its qualities, its attributes and its strengths to manifest more fully within the earth. For within the vibration of joy, it is a high vibration to carry within oneself upon the deeper frequencies of Mother Earth. And so the frequency of joy within the human soul in itself is akin to a conduit through which the light of the Spirit can achieve and strive to fulfill its life purpose, not only in this lifetime, but in subsequent ones. And we bid you goodwill, good fortune and much joy in your earthly adventures, my friends. Many blessings. Okay, this particular spiritual guide is akin to a celestial traveller who has learned to travel from the mental spheres of worlds through his own mechanism, which is akin to a light body or a light ship of his own construct. And just as we may walk from town to town or journey from town to town, our ambassador or guide is able to project himself from world to world and communicate, not only to share and bring wisdom, but also for his own learning. And just as we bring joy into our deeds and work here on the earth plane, our celestial ambassador is learning to sow a similar stepping stone of frequencies across many worlds, not just the earth. Okay, we shall leave that there, but for now just be immersed in the frequencies that are with us, which I'm sure if you allow them to work within your physical body, helps with this configuring of our being to be or to manifest a more joyful state, no matter what happens in our lives. So it's almost like your auric field is blending in with the frequencies of our spiritual guides. And then the frequency of our auric field transfers itself into our life body, our chi, and into our physical body. And whilst it may not be joy itself, it is the seeds or the capacity to hold ourselves more in a joyful state, as distinct from perhaps a lower state of being. So we're imagining and allowing these frequencies to work right through our head center, through our neck and shoulders, through our upper body, and then right down through our arms and legs, into our feet, and also down into Mother Earth, bringing threads of joy right to the heart center of Gaia, as if we are helping to reconnect her for her own ascension. Okay, so for people who are watching the stream or a recording of it, for now, just when you are ready, send a message of gratitude to your guides and to our great divine spirit. And imagine that you are wrapping yourself in a protective bubble of light to seal in all the goodness, or take it into your sleep state. And then also to relinquish any energetic connections that no longer serve your higher good. So that brings us to the end of our recording. And we shall then go into some sharing and some discussion with our people in the forum. And if you ever like to sit in on one of our forums, you can just contact me through my website at spiritualonline.org or in the comments below on this recording. Okay, stay joyful, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.